Okay, so we're going deep today, huh? Deep diving into Victoza.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it for weight loss.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of research articles here, medical journals, and even like personal stories and stuff.
It's a lot to go through.
It is, yeah. And it's pretty interesting.
What's really grabbing me is, Victoza, it's for type 2 diabetes,
Right.
but people are using it to lose weight.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at today, right? Like Victoza for weight loss.
That's the deep dive.
Yeah, it is interesting though, isn't it? I mean, it's not FDA approved for weight loss.
No.
But people are using it for that, and it seems to be working. So
That's the thing.
yeah, so let's start like right at the beginning, okay? What is Victoza? Like, what is this stuff?
Well, Victoza is the brand name for liraglutide,
Okay.
and it's an injection,
Hey?
once a day injection,
Okay.
and it mimics a hormone in your body
Is
called,
it like replacing a hormone or
it's called glucagon-like peptide 1.
GLP-1?
Yeah.
Or GLP? I've heard that before.
Yeah, so it basically mimics that. And GLP-1 like does a few things in your body.
Okay.
It helps your pancreas make insulin, and insulin helps your body use sugar for energy.
Okay, so it's helping with blood sugar levels.
Yes.
Okay.
It also slows down how fast your stomach empties, which is why you feel full for longer.
Oh, so it makes you feel more full.
Yeah, it makes you feel more full.
Okay, that makes sense then that it would be used for weight loss.
Exactly.
If it makes you feel full, you're not going to eat as much.
Exactly. And it also like tells your liver to kind of chill out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with releasing sugar into your blood.
Oh, wow. So it's like really working on all those blood sugar things?
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay.
So it kind of like steps in and it's like, hey team,
Yeah.
let's get this blood sugar under control.
Okay.
We got to get this handled.
Yeah.
And so that's why people notice weight loss because,
They're feeling more full.
yeah, they're feeling more full.
And their blood sugar is more regulated, I guess.
And there have been studies that show,
Oh, yeah. There was one, wasn't there, that showed like 5.5 pounds or something?
yeah, about 5.5 pounds lost
In a year.
over a year.
Okay.
And that was on the higher dose.
The higher dose.
Yeah, which is the 1.8 milligrams.
Okay.
And that's the dose that's typically for like managing diabetes.
Yeah. Okay. So they were taking it for diabetes and
Yeah, and they lost weight.
yeah,
But they weren't like,
like trying to,
yeah, they weren't like on a diet or anything.
yeah, just taking the Victoza.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the higher dose, 1.8 milligrams.
Uh-huh.
And there was another study.
Yeah, this is one I was thinking of.
Yeah, where they combined Victoza with like lifestyle changes.
Right.
And
And then it was like way more people lost weight.
almost half the people taking Victoza with lifestyle changes lost a lot of weight.
Compared to just like a quarter.
Yeah, just with the lifestyle changes.
Right.
So it's like when you add them together, it's like bam.
It's a better result.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
So it just shows like how powerful it can be when you combine.
Yeah, medication and then also just like healthy habits.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we've got Victoza. This is for diabetes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's helping people lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's this other drug called Saxenda,
Right.
and that one is specifically for weight loss.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's the same stuff.
Yeah. They're both liraglutide.
It's liraglutide. That's so weird.
Isn't that crazy?
Why?
So both Victoza and Saxenda use liraglutide. But Saxenda is a higher dose.
So it's just a higher dose.
Yeah, it's 3 milligrams.
3 milligrams. And Victoza, the highest dose, is 1.8.
Yep.
Okay, so it's just a higher dose of the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they're made by the same company, but they're like marketing them differently.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
But the results are really impressive for Saxenda.
Oh yeah, I read about that one study.
Yeah.
It's like 21 pounds in a year.
Yeah, an average of 21 pounds.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, and they were exercising too.
Oh yeah, and exercising. Okay, so it's like the combo.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, okay, so if Saxenda's out there and it's made for weight loss,
Right.
then why are we even talking about Victoza?
Yeah, I know. It's like, why wouldn't a doctor just prescribe Saxenda?
Exactly.
If somebody wants to lose weight, why are they messing around with this Victoza stuff?
I don't know, there must be more to it, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing there has to be like some reason or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there are reasons why doctors would choose one over the other.
Yeah.
It's probably like more complicated than we think.
Yeah, I'm sure it is right. Like maybe,
Everyone's different.
yeah, maybe they're already on Victoza or something.
Yeah, maybe they're already on it for diabetes and then they're like, oh, I'm losing weight, this is great.
Yeah.
Or like maybe they can't tolerate the higher dose of Saxenda.
Right.
There's like probably a bunch of reasons.
Yeah, it's probably like a personal thing for every.
Yeah, it's probably very personalized,
Okay.
like based on your medical history and all that.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not that simple, huh?
No, it's not.
You can't just say like, oh, you want to lose weight, here's Saxenda.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
It's more nuanced than that.
Okay.
And that's why it's really important to talk to your doctor.
Right.
Because they can figure out what's best for you.
Yeah, they know all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, it's about finding the right tool for the job, I guess.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we've got these 2 medications, right?
Okay.
They both use liraglutide,
Mm-hmm.
different doses,
Mm-hmm.
different kind of purposes, I guess.
Yeah, one for diabetes, one for weight loss, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
but both work.
Yeah, both seem to help people lose weight.
But how do you take Victoza?
Okay, so Victoza is an injection.
It's an injection, right?
Yeah, so it comes in these pre-filled pens.
Oh, okay, so it's not like a needle in a vial.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
It's like a pen,
Okay.
and you just inject it under your skin.
Oh, okay.
Usually like in your belly or your thigh or your upper arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you kind of switch it up.
Okay. Yeah, but it might seem scary at first.
I guess so, yeah. Injections.
But a lot of people say it's actually pretty easy.
Once you get used to it.
Yeah, once you get the hang of it.
And like you said, it's a pen, so it's not like
Yeah, it's not like a...
a big needle in a vial or anything.
Yeah, it's pretty user-friendly.
Okay, that's good.
And your doctor and pharmacist will teach you how to do it.
Right. They show you how to do it.
Yeah, so you feel comfortable.
Okay, good.
So yeah, it might seem scary, but it's not that bad.
Okay. But every medication has like side effects, right?
Oh yeah, of course there are potential downsides.
Okay, so what are the downsides of this Victoza?
So the most common ones are like nausea, diarrhea, constipation, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I saw that in a lot of the articles, like stomach stuff.
Yeah, it's like digestive stuff.
Yeah.
It seems to be pretty common.
Yeah. Okay.
But the good news is that usually
Oh, good.
it gets better as your body adjusts.
Oh, right. Your body's like, what is
Yeah,
this?
it's like, what are you doing to me?
Yeah, okay. And then it's like, okay, I guess this is the new normal.
Yeah. Okay.
But there are some like more serious risks too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, things like pancreatitis.
Pancreatitis, what's that?
That's inflammation of the pancreas.
Oh.
And even like thyroid tumors.
Oh.
But those are rare.
Okay, but they're possible.
Yeah, but they're possible.
Okay, so this isn't something to like just mess around with.
No, you definitely don't want to just be like, oh, I'm going to try this.
Right.
You really need to talk to your doctor.
Okay.
And they can monitor you and make sure everything's okay.
Okay, good, good, good.
So yeah, it's promising, but it's not like a free pass.
Yeah, right?
You know?
You got to be careful.
You got to be careful.
Okay, so before we move on, I'm curious, are there any other medications
Oh, yeah. Good question.
that work like this? Like Victoza,
Yeah, there are a few.
whether it's for diabetes or weight loss.
Yeah, so for diabetes, there are others that target that GLP-1 pathway.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Ozempic.
Ozempic, I've heard of that one.
Yeah. Trulicity Rybelsus.
Yeah.
They all kind of work in a similar way.
Okay, so that GLP-1 thing is like the key.
Yeah, it's like the hot new thing.
Yeah.
And then for weight loss, besides Saxenda, there's Wegovy.
Wegovy. Oh, I've heard of that one too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one also uses like a GLP-1 agonist.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like,
That's like the thing, huh?
yeah, it's like the new frontier.
For weight loss.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are also older medications for weight loss,
Oh, yeah. What are those?
like metformin and orlistat.
Okay.
They work in different ways,
Okay.
but they can also be effective.
Okay.
You know, it just depends.
Yeah, it depends on the person and their situation. And
Exactly.
okay, so there are a lot of choices out there.
Yeah, there are a lot of options.
And how do you know which one is the right one?
That's where your doctor comes in.
Right.
They can
yeah.
help you figure out, like,
That's
okay,
what's best for you.
what's best for you, what's safest for you,
Right.
you know, what makes the most sense for your situation. So yeah, it can feel overwhelming, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you're like,
Like there's all these options.
yeah,
But that's why it's so important to have a good doctor
right.
who you can trust, who
Yeah.
can guide you and help you make the right decision.
Okay, so it's like a partnership.
Yeah, it's definitely a partnership.
Okay, that's good. That's a good way to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you might feel like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's good.
But you've got somebody on your side.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah.
Your doctor's there to help you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions,
Right.
you know?
But you are an advocate.
Be your own advocate. Exactly.
Good, good, good.
So, yeah, it's a journey.
Yeah, it is a journey. And you've got to take charge of it.
Yeah, take charge and find a good doctor who
Right.
will be your partner in this.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great advice.
All right, so we've talked about what Victoza is,
Yeah.
how it works,
Uh-huh.
why people are using it for weight loss, how it compares to Saxenda,
Right.
and like kind of the importance of talking to your doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
So what else do we have to cover?
So we've talked about like the science-y stuff, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how Victoza works and all that.
Mechanisms.
Yeah. But I always find the personal stories so interesting,
Oh, me too.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, what are people actually experiencing?
Yeah, like what's it really like?
Yeah, right, because the studies and stuff, that's all great.
It gives us the data.
Yeah, but hearing about people's actual
It's
experiences,
the real life stuff.
yeah, that's what I want to know about.
Yeah, well, we've got some of that
Okay.
in our sources here,
Yeah.
like from online forums and, people sharing their stories.
Oh, wow, so like real people.
Yeah, real people.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Imagine for some people, this has been like a game changer.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they've struggled with weight for so long.
Tried all the diets.
Yeah, all the diets, all the exercise programs,
Yeah, lurking.
nothing's working. And then they try this and it's like,
Finally, something clicks.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's hope.
yeah, there's hope.
Yeah, and you see that a lot in these stories.
Right.
Like people saying they feel like they finally have some control
Right.
over their weight and their health
Like they're not just like,
at the mercy of their...
yeah.
Yeah, and they talk about having more energy
Yeah, okay.
and like fitting into clothes they haven't worn in years.
Oh, that's always nice.
Yeah, it's a big confidence booster. So yeah, for a lot of people, it seems like a turning point.
That's great.
Yeah, it is really inspiring.
But I guess not everyone has the same experience, right?
Right, yeah. That's important to remember
Yeah.
because what works for one person.
Might not work for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And some people, they experience those side effects we talked about.
Right, the nausea and stuff?
Yeah, and it makes it really hard to stick with the medication.
Right, because if you're feeling sick all the time,
Yeah, who wants to do that?
yeah, you're not going to want to keep taking it.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not like a miracle cure or anything.
No, definitely not.
You still have to like work at it.
Yeah, and it's not for everyone.
Right,
And that's why it's so important.
to talk to your doctor
Yeah, they can help you figure out.
if it's right for you
Yeah, exactly.
and like how to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, medication's one part of it.
Right.
But it's not the whole story.
Yeah, there's more to it.
There's more to it.
And like losing weight is one thing.
Yeah.
But there's also like the mental and emotional side of things.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Like how you feel about yourself.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of these stories, they talk about that too.
Really?
Yeah, like feeling more comfortable in their own skin.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and feeling more confident.
Okay.
But it can be tricky too.
Oh, yeah, because you're changing.
Yeah, you're changing and people might treat you differently.
Right. And you might have to like relearn how to navigate.
Yeah, like social situations and
Yeah.
how to deal with people's expectations.
And your own expectations.
Oh, yeah, and those inner critics.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not just about the number on the scale.
Right.
It's about how you feel about yourself.
Yeah, it's like a whole process.
It's a whole journey.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we forget that.
Yeah, we just focus on the weight,
Yeah, we get so focused on like,
the number.
yeah, the number.
But it's more than that.
Yeah, it's about your whole well-being.
Yeah, your relationship with yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about the emotional side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to the practical stuff.
Okay.
We talked about the injection pens,
Yeah.
but what about the different doses of Victoza?
Oh, yeah, good point.
Like, how do they figure out how much to give you?
So the pens come in a few different strengths,
Okay.
and doctors usually start people on a lower dose,
Like what? Like how much?
like 0.6 milligrams.
Okay.
And then they increase it gradually if needed,
Oh.
up to a maximum of 1.8 milligrams per day.
Oh, okay. So it's like they're trying to find the right amount.
Yeah, like the sweet spot,
Yeah.
where you're getting the benefits,
Right.
but without too many side effects.
Yeah, because some people can't tolerate that higher dose.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that gradual increase, it's called titration.
Titration. Okay.
Is really important
Okay.
because it helps minimize those side effects.
The mixed stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It gives your body time to adjust.
Right.
And there's another thing I read about,
Oh, what's that?
rotating injection sites.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to inject in the same spot every day.
Right, it's not good for your skin.
Okay.
So they recommend switching it up,
Okay.
like using different areas of your belly, thigh, or arm.
Okay, so you just kind of move it around.
Yeah, keeps things fresh.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the doses, the injections,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's important to remember like the bigger picture.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Victoza is just one tool,
Yeah, it's not a magic bullet. It's
Right.
part of a bigger plan.
right? Like you still have to make those lifestyle changes,
Absolutely.
like what you eat and how much you exercise.
diet, exercise, sleep, stress management,
Yeah, all that stuff.
all of it.
Okay.
It all works together.
Okay, so it's not just about taking the medication.
No, it's about making healthy choices.
Yeah.
And building those habits.
Right, it's like a whole lifestyle change.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that can be hard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It takes effort.
It does.
But it's so worth it.
Yeah,
Because when you prioritize your health,
good things happen.
yeah, You feel better. You have more energy.
You lose weight.
You lose weight. Yeah.
But it's more than that, right?
Yeah, it's about feeling good in your own skin
Yeah.
and having a good relationship with your body.
Okay, so it's like a mental and physical thing.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, Victoza can be a helpful tool,
Right.
but it's not the only answer.
Okay.
You got to do the work too.
Lifestyle stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's where the real magic happens.
The magic. Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've learned so much about Victoza, how it works for weight loss, all the stuff to think about if you're considering taking it. But there's this one thing, it keeps coming back to me. We talked about how Victoza and Saxenda, they both have liraglutide, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at different doses. Victoza can make people lose weight even at those lower doses, like the doses for diabetes. So I'm wondering, could those lower doses actually be enough for some people, I mean, if they're just trying to manage their weight?
You know, that's a really good question, and it kind of shows how medicine is always changing. Like, what we know now could be different later.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible that for some people, those lower doses of Victoza could be enough, especially if they're making healthy choices too, you know, like eating right and exercising.
Yeah. It makes me think, like, are we changing how we think about weight loss? Maybe we're moving towards, like, a more personalized approach, you know, based on what each person needs.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the medication. We're realizing that obesity, it's really complicated. It's not just about willpower. It's like genetics, environment, hormones, even like society plays a role.
It's way more than just, like, making better choices.
Right. And because we're starting to understand it better, we can come up with better ways to help people. And not just with medications. There's behavioral therapy, surgery technology. Like, there are so many options now.
Like those fitness trackers and apps
Yeah.
that help you track what you eat.
Exactly. And virtual support groups. It's amazing how much is out there.
It's like having all these tools.
Yeah.
And you have to find the ones that work for you.
Exactly. There's no one right answer. It's all about figuring out what works for you and being patient. You know, there might be setbacks, but if you keep trying and you have support and the right tools, you can make real changes.
And those changes can last.
Yeah. This deep dive has given you a lot of information, but it's just a starting point. Now it's up to you to learn more. Talk to your doctor and decide what's best for you.
That's a great way to put it. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Victoza and weight loss, here's what we want you to remember. Be informed, be proactive, be patient, and be kind to yourself. It's not a race, it's a journey.
Well said.
And every step you take towards a healthier you is something to celebrate.
Cheers to that.